We are just hours away from an emergency city council meeting in Chicago on efforts to control violence in the city. 4 people were killed and 28 wounded just yesterday. Officials want answers on plans to keep the city safe over the 4th of July weekend. Raymond Lopez joins us now. He's the alderman for Chicago's 15th Ward. And Lori Lightfoot said about this special city council meeting that it's public safety of our city is an important, serious matter. She thinks that it is unfortunate that for some it is being used as a political wedge issue. Nonetheless, I look forward to this special meeting on Friday to provide yet another opportunity for aldermen to be briefed on our whole of government approach to public safety. Why did you think you needed to have an emergency meeting?
You know, before she made that statement, Lori Lightfoot has been saying that calls for answers about violence and how we're addressing the nonstop bloodshed on our streets was a stunt. It was political. It was a joke to her. It was the diversion. She's never taken this seriously, and 19 aldermen have asked for this meeting so that we can get answers. Our superintendent clearly is not up to the job. The mayor is not up to the job to keeping the city of Chicago safe. And we want her on record, not in a backroom meeting. We want her on record to explain how she's going to keep Chicagoans safe. Whereas we have seen mass shootings on the rise. We had a shooting in front of my house yesterday by gangbangers checking someone who just happened to come home with his girlfriend. It is out of control, and we need to get some results that keep people safe.
What do you hear from your constituents?
You know, my constituents and people generally throughout the city of Chicago are afraid. We see time and again where just standing in front of your own home can get you killed. You know, they don't see a cohesive strategy. We see that our police officers are being overworked, no days off, 12, 15, 17-hour shifts, weeks at a time, all the while not being able to arrest people, not being able to chase people, not being able to do their job. And our residents want answers.
Here's one of the things she said about the critics and what is motivating them. Take a listen.
There have been questions raised about your temperament and your reaction to criticism. Tribune editorial used the term irascible. How much of this do you think might have to do with the fact that you're a woman, and specifically a black woman?
About 99% of it.
What's your reaction to that, sir?
You know, I represent African Americans and Latinos. We are a majority-minority ward, and we, as a whole, are tired of seeing the race card, the sex card, the LGBTQA+ card. We're tired of all the cards being used to try and deflect from her inability to keep Chicagoans safe. My issue is not about her being a black woman, not being about the first lesbian mayor. All I care about is about keeping the city of Chicago's residents safe. And the fact that she refuses to admit that this is an emergency is striking to me. It's sad seeing our city in the hands of a leader who does not take the safety of its residents as priority number one.
I just want to have a last question to you. So in Chicago, one of the things that she points to is that things are not as bad as people might say. She says that murders are down in 2021 at 28%, and shooting incidents are down by 20%. Do you think that's looking at June of 2020 versus June of 2021? Now, would you say that the pandemic perhaps had something to do with that?
You know, she's comparing month to month, but if you look year to date, we are higher than we were last year. You know, we have seen an increase in shootings, we've seen an increase in homicides, and more importantly, we have seen the revolving door of justice crank out criminals. No sooner that they are arrested, they're back out on the street. There are no consequences in this city anymore, and we're seeing the effects of that every day. Just last night, we had a 1-month-old baby shot. We had a 9-year-old child shot while the superintendent was giving his speech about how great he's doing. It is horrible what's going on, and the disconnect between them is striking.
I can tell that you're going to demand some answers, and keep in touch with us on that emergency meeting that's happening today. Alderman Lopez, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.